Okay, so this question's asking us to rearrange these fractions in ascending order. So the first thing we need to understand is, what does ascending mean? Ascending means from smallest to biggest. So we've got to go from the smallest fraction to the largest fraction. And the first thing I would suggest trying to identify is, what is the lowest common denominator? So if we look at the three numbers, the three denominators, 6, 3, and 8, it should be relatively straightforward to realize that the lowest common denominator is 24. So it's worth just perhaps writing that down. Your LCD is 24, and now we're just going to convert each fraction into its LCD. 5 over 6, we need to multiply it by 4, so we multiply the top by 4. The 3 we're going to have to multiply by 8, so it means we have to multiply the numerator by 8. 8 we're going to have to multiply by 3, means we've got to multiply the top by 3. So now in effect we've actually got three new fractions, equivalent fractions. We've got 20 over 24, we've got 16 over 24, and we've got 21 over 24. So now it's very easy, just by looking at the numerators we can see between the 20, the 16 and the 21, we just need to arrange those from smallest to largest. But remember, our final answer must be the original fractions. So the smallest one is the 16 over 24, which means that 2 over 3 would come first. Then we would put the 20 over 24, which was 5 over 6. And then finally we would put the 21 over 24, which is the 7 over 8. And we're done. Alright, in this question we asked to rearrange these decimals in descending order. So descending order, that is from the biggest to the smallest. So we've got to rearrange these three decimals from biggest to smallest. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that all three decimals have the same number of decimal places. We'll need to ensure that all of them have 3 decimal places. So the first one we can rewrite as 0,777, or it just remains the same. Second one also will stay the same. And the third one we're going to have to just change to 0,77 and just add a 0. Now we're actually comparing apples with apples, because these are all now in thousandths. So we can see, hopefully, well, let me just write it in fraction form for you. First one is 777 over 1,000, 707 over 1,000, and the last one is 770 over 1,000. So hopefully it should be fairly straightforward from here to see. In this descending order, the biggest one is going to be the 777, so we just need to write that 0,777. Then the next biggest number is 770 over 1,000, and that was just 0,77, so we must write what the original decimal was, 0,77, and that just leaves us with the 707 over 1,000, which we just write as 0,707, and we're done.